he'll find it. I'm assuming.
Oh, don't worry about me.
Don't
worry about me.
I'm sure that,
I keep my morals intact, and I'm
sure
a good person.
I'm sure you'll be tucking your testicles into your sock, but you know what? Eventually,
what does that mean?
It means you're going to be fucking super old.
Oh, it makes sense. My balls would land.
Yeah. See, that's what happens.
Tracks in the Sand by Peter Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
See what I did there?
No.
Oh, I saw what you just did. Peter Dragon. Look at this guy. This guy over here.
What's that mean?
You don't get it? Peter Dragon. Tracks in the Stand. Peter Dragon.
Oh, Dragon.
Yeah. Get it?
Yeah.
Fucking wow.
Goddamn. Sorry. Don't want to song. Don't
You see, that's the thing. When you brought the song, when you tried to use the song against me, against the king, how dare you?
I know. You get the button.
How dare you?
Shit just got real.
It did get real. I'm done being polite.
Is that what he was being?
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So OkCupid apparently.
Now, what is OkCupid? It's just like
a dating website.
A dating website.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
I don't know if it's one of these where you usually pay for it or not. I'm not exactly sure how it works. But OkCupid.com lets users hide potential dates according to body type. But you got to pay for this. So in other words, you sign up and you pay the regular fee for OkCupid. But then they're like, oh, by the way, don't let any fatties see me.
Oh, that's gonna be $12.99.
Yeah. I'm just saying, if you're already paying for the money, you know what I mean?
Am I going to come off as an asshole? Like, if you're not attracted to a certain type, you don't want them writing you, so you can actually do that? That's mean?
Well,
I don't want any Bosnians or fatties.
Well, I mean, say you're not attracted to Bosnians or Serbians for whatever reason. They don't like the tracksuits that we wear.
The only one I'd bang is your mom, but that's just to get even with you.
He already pooped on her bush.
Yeah, I did.
My point is,
got in her pubes
you can
and
pay
everything.
extra money to filter these fat Bosnians out.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you're not attracted to like a certain thing, then I don't see the problem with that. I guess.
Right.
Because you don't want to be written by people you're not attracted to, right?
Wow, you know what? You were almost selling it, and then all of a sudden you got scared for some reason.
No, not scared. That's what I'm saying. These people
right.
would write you, right?
Well, but the thing is, though, is if they write you and you're not attracted to them, you don't have to write back.
I understand
or you could
that.
say, get lost, fatty.
Right, exactly.
No, I wonder if people are like me on dating websites that are like that. I wonder if people are like, get lost, fatty. If someone writes them, I don't see a spark.
Yeah, I don't see a spark.
But I do see a Twinkie.
Yeah, I don't see a spark, but I do see a chin.
Wow, I would be so awful on these things. Every person that wrote me that I was not attracted to, I probably would write back and be like, you seem like a really cool person. I would probably do that and not just ignore them. I would probably have to... Yeah, that would suck for me.
Yeah.
So I'd rather OkCupid it and just
so in other words, you're paying the premium price. Probably was $20 a month, and now it's like 57. Yeah, exactly. We got to take advantage of these vain fucks. That's what we got to do. Here's another article here. This came to us from Utah, which, by the way,
always good news.
Yeah, it's honestly it is the land of Pete because no fun is allowed there, and
nay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you are a fun guy.
I'm a fun.
You're
dude.
a fun guy.
Fun, creative,
fun guy. Pete.
Amazing.
Anyway, though, in Ogden, Utah, which, by the way, I don't even think you're allowed to dance. I think that is, if I'm not mistaken, that's the city where they based the movie Footloose
Kevin
around.
Bacon is not allowed in the city.
Yeah. No, but seriously, it's supposed to be the city where they based the movie Footloose on because you're really not allowed to dance.
And Chinese people don't use chopsticks. Correct.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Ogden,
no, because
Utah, you can't dance.
Because this is the thing, though. I'm telling you the truth because I did a comedy show there one time, right? And there was actually a sign on the wall that said no dancing allowed unless you have permits. I swear to God, dude.
Wow. If there's someone
shit,
that listens, they don't listen in Ogden. Never mind. I want a picture of that.
Dude, I'll find it.
No, I bet
I'll
we can Google that. Yeah,
I'll find it. But anyways, though, this is just goes to show you how crazy it is in Utah. 2 minors, a 13-year-old girl and a 12-year-old boy. They both got caught having sex, right?
With each other?
With each other.
No.
Yeah, with each other. And now they're being labeled as sex offenders.
Of course they were.
Right.
Yeah. They should be treated just like rapists.
Right. Do you think they should have a 12-year-old go knock door to door? Hi, by the way, I'm a sex offender. Would you believe that?
Yeah, I wouldn't want them living next to me.
Right. 12-year-old. Sorry, I got some steak on my hang low when I was 12. By the way, I'm a sex offender. I mean, honestly, like
Stank on my hang-low?
if a 12-year-old,
I was trying to I was like, let me know, because I missed the dragon thing. I just wanted to make sure.
If a 12-year-old knocked on my door and was like, and they just said, "Hi, I'm a sex offender," I would probably not believe them. I would probably say, "Look, you're early, and Halloween is a few weeks away."
Hand him a Snicker.
Yeah, and that is the worst fucking costume I've ever seen in my life. At least put on a trench coat.
Really, Hurley?
Yeah, exactly. For Christ's sake.
Still a thing?
You're wearing a Yu-Gi-Oh t-shirt. Get the fuck out of here. But yeah, and then but this is the thing.
Pikachu.
But this is what kills me about the term sex offender, and I've brought this up before. I hate how broad it is, because I don't think it's fair for somebody to be in the same category. Like, if should a rapist be in the same category as a guy who gets drunk and pisses on a dumpster? No, but they are, because you will be labeled a sex offender for something that's stupid.
There's tiers. Like, and I think we brought this up on the show. Like, there's a high tier.
You're level 1 sex offender.
This is obviously they're juvenile, so it's got to be like a juvenile conviction of some sort of sex offender, which I never even heard of juvenile sex offenders, but I guess it makes sense.
I'm just saying, though. But the thing is, though,
there's tiers. Is what I'm. If you go to like one of those sex offender websites where it says who's in your neighborhood, it'll be like either like red or tier 1, tier 2. Tier 1 or tier 2 is like rapist, and then tier like 5 is like pissing on a thing. So it'll actually let you like know.
PedCon 5.
It'd probably say, I don't know if it's a PedCon,
right?
But if it was a juvenile sex offender, I doubt you. Obviously, they can't even post your picture. They can't even post. Yeah, so nobody would.
But
know.
I mean, what happens?
So there's no way they're
afterwards?
knocking on doors.
But what happens afterwards, though? What happens after they turn 18? It could ruin their whole life.
At their sex? No, I'm not. I'm not saying
it's totally not cool.
Sucks, you know.
I mean, look, I'll tell you straight up. When I was 12, and if Paula Abdul would have just given me the time of day, that stuck up bitch, like, you know what I mean? Like, I totally
attract, whore.
Yeah, I totally would have been into that.
So it's okay for Paula Abdul to molest you as a 12-year-old?
Well,
yes.
By my standards, absolutely. But by the law, they don't believe in it.
Wait a second. Love. So at this age, if you looked back and said, "Yeah, Paula Abdul banged me as a 12-year-old," you wouldn't be like, "What if like you got molested?" It'd be like
for
a good
starters,
thing?
Okay. The fact that you're even asking that question, just, you know what? I mean,
dude, that's a valid question.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Why? Because Paula Abdul's hot? So some ugly lady?
No, I'm 12, and she was the first thing that made me think of sex. Okay. Right? She was the very first, like, I was like, actually, at that point, I think I moved on to Janet Jackson If video, but whatever. Anyway. But at 12 years old, I knew that I wanted to do something with her. You know what I mean? I knew that I wanted to do something with Paul. Actually, I think I was younger than that, maybe 9 or 10. But I knew that I wanted to do something with her, and I didn't know what. And if it would have happened at that age, I probably would have not known any better. I'm not saying it would have been right. I'm not saying that, you know, I wouldn't look back and go, yeah, wait a minute, you know, Paul Abdul's pretty fucked up. But
yes.
I'm not. But the thing is, though, is would I have been like high-fiving people later on in life after yeah, of course I would.
Of course.
If that's what happened.
I want to meet these kids' parents.
So.
I understand a 12-year-old having sex with a 13-year-old girl. I understand that just because you're of the same age. And I understand it's a sex offender thing, and obviously these kids are, you know, curious and all that shit. But no, I don't understand that if like Mariah Carey, when I was like, I remember I think she was hot or whatever like that, and Mariah Carey banged me when I was 11 or when I noticed her or something like that. I don't think that would be okay.
I don't think it would be okay. I'm not saying I don't think that's okay.
It would have been okay that day.
Yeah,
I remember being attracted to like girls my age though. More so, like I remember, like I thought Natalie Portman was hot, and she was like my age.
Right.
Dude, when I was 12,
but not like. I mean, I remember thinking these ladies were sexy, but I didn't.
The thought of me banging a chick, like legitimately banging a chick, never crossed my mind.
Yeah, I don't think it did either.
Yeah, I don't think it did.
I wanted to hold hands and shit.
I was looking at Dad's magazines and whacking off.
Yeah, but at the same time, did Dad's magazines show you what sex was?
Sure, it did.
Did it really? It showed penetration and jizz?
Some of them did.
Oh, see, I didn't. Yeah. By the time I saw,
my interest was just looking at it and being like, that makes my wiener grow.
I remember I told you the very first time I saw porno, it was like I found it in my dad's like top dresser drawer. It was called Black and White Sex. It was just a black dude or a white dude banging a black chick, right? And it was like I just stood there And I'll never forget, it was one of the most adrenaline-pumping moments
Yeah, it's
of my
scary.
life.
I remember thinking, like, oh, my God, if I get caught. Yeah,
No, I remember I was like, oh, my God, I'm going to get caught. But I was like, I don't want to look away because I was, I was fucking, I was just drawn to it.
Yeah.
And then after that, that's when I knew I wanted to fuck Paula Abdul.
And then
bam.
a few years later, Brandon, you were up there whacking off.
Yes.
No, that was my biological dad who had the black and white sex.
All right.
My stepdad was the one saying, like, oh, you're up there jerking off now. No, I was not. No.
My hand is glossy.
My hand is glossy.
All right, let me ask you this. What would happen if you saw someone driving drunk? Now, me personally, I would let Dennis get home. But if you saw someone driving drunk and you did not want them to drive drunk, what's the extent that you would go to? Let's just say they were in their car.
I don't think I would do.
Call the
I don't
police.
think I would. I think I would yell at them. Would you really call the police on
I've
your
done
friends?
that.
No,
On my
not on your
friends?
friends.
Oh,
not on
a
your
random
friends.
person.
I'm just saying.
I apologize. I thought it was somebody like if we knew. If I saw like Dennis
just a
driving
random
home
person.
drunk.
Just a random person veering all over the road. What would you do?
Man,
I've called the police before. I've seen people
I
over
can
the freeway.
I
I'm
can
like,
see
hey.
that. I can see that calling the police if you see them all over the freeway. Yeah, I can see.
Yeah,
that.
yeah. When they're all over and they're taking up all the lanes, and you're pumping on the brakes so you can stay at least a good 4 or 5 car lengths and behind them. Then yeah, I would imagine calling the police then. But this lady, on the other hand, took it a step further. So the suspected drunk driver, he stopped at a stop, like he was driving recklessly or whatever, and then all of a sudden this woman jumped on the hood of his car, and tried to get him to stop driving drunk. So he kept on driving.
Dude, it said he went to like 40 miles
Yeah,
an hour.
he's going like 45 miles an hour, and this chick's hanging out for dear life.
He's trying
like
to
a
shake this big giant bug off his hood.
Wow.
My God, what's that, a locust? Holy shit, it speaks English.
It's like Death Proof. It's like the actress on that. She's trying to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
Never saw that.
Sorry.
It's so funny.
It's a car race movie.
Police said that after the woman fell off, the driver of the car put the car in reverse and drove in reverse several blocks back to the parking lot where the incident began.
Oh,
Rewind.
wow. That's
Yeah,
funny.
this never even happened. Yeah. I'm not driving a DeLorean.
That's you know what? It's a
last
little
name-
on her.
His last name is Pardon.
Yeah. Well
Pardon.
done. Yeah, pardon my idiocy.
Pardon me.
So this is, I think, the last thing we're going to talk about. So, Dennis, have you ever done heroin? You ever shot heroin in your arm?
No, I have not.
I never have
No.
either. Pete?
Probably won't.
No? Good for you. Good for you.
I don't do shit like that.
No, I could never do that. And that's always been one of those things where it's like, whoa, you got a problem when you're going to put that shit in there. You know what I
A
mean?
lot of steps to stop before.
Well,
you
that's what I'm
shoot
getting
yourself
at.
with
Well,
heroin
what,
in
and
your
the
arm.
thing is, those with heroin is I don't understand how it even gets introduced. How does anybody peer pressure you into heroin? Like, dude, take this needle that all of us have been using and put this shit in your body. Dude, don't be a Pete. You know what I mean? It's like you don't.
See what you did there.
I saw it. See there? See what I did?
People start out by like smoking it and snorting it, and then when that doesn't get them off anymore,
They
they're
take the
like,
next step.
You go to the vein, and that goes.
They
right
do that
in
with
it,
meth,
and it's
too, yeah.
immediate.
Ugh.
They'll inject, right? Meth? Don't they?
Yeah,
do
because
that too?
they'll smoke this heroin or meth or whatever, and it's not getting them off. So like, put it in your arm, it works right away, and it's times 10.
Dude, well, there's this new drug.
brutal, dude.
There's this new drug out there. It's called krokodil.
Yeah.
And it's made by mixing codeine with substances like gasoline, paint thinner, oil, or alcohol. And then you inject it into a vein, potentially causing an addict's skin to turn greenish, scaly, and then eventually rot away.
Yes, indeed.
So your whole fucking body just rots away.
It's like you give yourself a flesh-eating virus.
So
That to me is the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Now, obviously,
How bad has it gotten?
And I was like, I want to try this. Why not just try shooting fucking like mud?
Yeah.
Like muddy water or piss.
Yeah, or toothpaste.
You
That's
know,
like
you know
putting
that this is
acid on
going
your
to
arm.
eat your fucking body
Yeah.
up in a literal sense.
Yeah.
You're going to rot like old cheese. And you're going to be like, yeah, I want to try it.
Yeah, that looks good. If there's ever a moment, this is a little message to all the drug addicts that are listening to us right now. If you're ever doing a drug that makes tweakers look down upon you, you've really got yourself a problem. You know,
that's true. You can they spell it Krokodil.
Yeah, we think it's pronounced crocodile.
I'm fairly certain because they compare it to